In this episode, we'll be discussing the Job Start Checklist. We've received much input over the Job Start Checklist from the installation teams, and because of that, we've decided to update the Job Start Checklist. We'll be updating the Job Start Checklist in 3 phases as the changes will be drastic. The overall goal will be to create a Job Start Checklist that is easier to use and reduces over-processing and waiting times. Future upgrades will include 1. Consistently placing the actual start date in SIM. 2. Once a turnback is placed in the Job Start Checklist, it will be auto-placed in SIM in the Turnback tab, and the system will create an auto-generated email informing the required personnel that action is required. Currently, the process is for the installation teams to input trouble issues on the Job Start Checklist and input the same information in SIM, thus creating twice the work. The updated Job Start Checklist will only require you to place the information once. And third, a Job Start Checklist where the material list can be inventoried quickly. The current process requires that every line on the material list be addressed, meaning a check needs to be placed on one of the boxes. This process is time-consuming and unnecessary. The updated Job Start Checklist will only require a check to be placed on an item that is missing. No need to place a check on every material line. This training video will illustrate phases 1 and 2. Phase 1 is fairly simple. To populate the actual installation start date, simply access the newly created Job Start app. To do this, access the Workflow app. Click on Search Projects. Type in the job number and click Search. Confirm this is the correct job, and if it is, click on the job number. The title of the app is titled Job Start. Click on Job Start. Address the 4 or 5 questions below. Do I have all customer job paperwork? Yes. Can I answer yes to all 10 ask yourself questions? Can I start the job? Is this a removal? If it is a removal, you'll receive or view an additional question. Do I have the required tools, ring cutters, coax crimpers, connectors, and cable, 25 pair splice kit, clamp on meter? Click yes. Once you've addressed the questions, go to the top corner and click on Save. Once that is done, an auto-generated email will be created. This email will contain the 5 questions the installer just addressed. For the sake of this training, I will remove Jason Pelkey's name and type in my name. Click Send. Once the email has been sent, click OK. Once you click OK, the installation start date will be populated in SIM. Phase 2 will take place on May 12. In Phase 2, the Job Start Checklist will have everything removed except for the header and the material list. This is the header on the Job Start Checklist. The material list is located towards the center of the form. Once the Job Start Checklist is submitted, the Job Start Checklist will be delivered via email to all personnel associated with the job as in the past. During this phase, you'll still be required to input the turnbacks in SIM. Any material not ordered by the engineer that may be required will need to be submitted via email. Since many portions of the Job Start Checklist will be removed, it will be imperative that you utilize the work to be done by installer steps from the spec at the start of the job to confirm the job scope, labels, cable runs, and field conditions are accurate. Phase 3 will be discussed in detail at a later time, but before we conclude the training video, I want to share a bit of Phase 3 with you. Phase 3 will have the completed Job Start Checklist, and the Job Start Checklist will be placed within the How to Start a Job work instruction. This document will help guide you in starting every job in the future.